OntarioLocal.com at the Sunset Speedway for the Velocity Weekend. Standing alongside the driver number 57 Canadian Vintage Modified, Steve Trendell. Steve, you guys come home with a solid top 5 finish tonight on the podium. And not a bad showing for you guys, and overall it must have been a tough race though with the number of cautions, the one red flag thrown in the mix. Talk to us a little bit about your race and what it took to stay up front in a race like that.
It just takes patience. You got to keep your cool. I just apologize to all the fans that were here tonight. We put on a terrible show. It's not the way we want to make our club look, but it happens from time to time. You know, starting up front here is a key. You can get away from all the weapons in the back. I just had a little run-in with the 08 car, which I showed my displeasure with them out on the track, but it was just one of those nights where you just had to grind it out and stay patient with everything happening.
You guys had a bit of a rough season, a couple of misfortunes, couple of wrecks mixed in there, but when you guys were able to finish races, you consistently finished at the front of the field. I mean, what does that mean for your team going forward and into 2014?
It's a momentum builder. We had like a rough year this year, but we finished with a top 3 finish on the car. Wasn't the greatest tonight. We battled for every spot we could get. It's good. Our car's for sale. We're looking at maybe upgrading to a newer car for next year. Just need to up our program if we want to win a championship with the 18 car. We gotta step it up. But it's good momentum for my dad and I to build on for next year.
This series is pretty competitive in terms of the number of cars that show up at the racetrack and the quality of the race cars that show up at the racetrack. You talk about building a new race car. If you come back with this same piece next year, what changes need to be made?
I don't think too many changes. We just need to work on our setup. It was very inconsistent. Whatever we did, it would either make it too loose or too tight. We couldn't find that happy place where last year no matter what we did, we couldn't do anything wrong with the car. It was just one of those things, but if we come back with this car, we'll be just as happy with it. It's even though it's 22 years old, it's still a phenomenal car.
Big weekend here at Sunset Speedway. What do you make of these playoff events and coming here? I mean, it makes for a long day and a long afternoon, but nonetheless, the atmosphere surrounding these events has to make them feel awfully special.
Oh, the running in front of a crowd like this, where it's packed from turn 4 all the way into turn 2, it's the premier track right now. There's no better place to run at on a playoff weekend. Got a visitor. You know, can't ask for anything more with a track like this, and the show that the Dilly and the guys put on here.
You have a god-awful Montreal Canadiens hat on right now. NHL season starts on Tuesday night. What's your prediction for the NHL season and for your Montreal Canadiens? I gotta ask you.
We're gonna live and die by Carey Price. We were terrible on offense. Our defense is okay. Carey Price is our Achilles heel. If he's terrible, we're terrible. So we're gonna live and die with him.
Stanley Cup champion prediction. I'm holding you to this right now. It's gonna be on the record.
Yikes. Right now, it kills me to say this. I'd have to probably say the Leafs are a good favorite if they can go on, but that absolutely kills me to say it.
I'm going to say I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, so I'm going to stick with my Penguins all the way through. But get back to racing real quick here. Great run for you guys this year. Good way to finish up the year on the podium. I know there's got to be some people you want to thank for that finish. Yeah,
I'd like to thank Bill Pearsall from Ponderosa Nature Resort. He's our top funder. I have Pete and Becky Simpson from Combined Auto in Cambridge. They're big to our program. Wiersma Trucking, they give us cans of fuel for the year, so that's free. Oakville Automotive for a strong engine every year, and Mark Simmons, Primerica Financial Services out of Cambridge. Without those people, this doesn't happen. Of course, my dad, he's the bill payer. I don't put anything into this program. I just show up and drive. So that's about it.
We've been trying to put this interview together for a while now. I'm glad we finally got it in to close out your 2013 season. So thanks a lot for your time here, Steve. Best of luck to you in 2014.
Great. Thanks, Clayton.
There you have it. Steve Trendell comes home third in the Canadian Vintage Modified Tour to close out their 2013 season at the Sunset Speedway Velocity Weekend. For OntarioLocal.com, I'm Clayton Johns.